Hello there, and welcome back to episode 48 of the final sect. Today, I want to feed my young disciples with only the best techniques, experience points, and what we can muster to get them to their best possible breakthrough. I don't know what will happen in between. I'm pretty sure that we will have a couple of ambushes and other occurrences. But overall, I do expect a bit of a more peaceful episode today, or at least I hope so. You'll never know with this game. Maybe the dragon will appear today. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. Beyond that, we're grabbing up all the different dosages of Wicked Flux. There's quite a lot of it hanging around here because I have started to feed that my body cultivator as well. She happens to gain filth essence from that, and that stuff is going to be really, really powerful because of this good stuff here. So you can gain a lot of endurance points with that, basically increasing the HP of your secret body. I cannot translate it better. The makers of this game were very, very diligent when it came down to avoiding classical Western names and labels, because basically nothing is named in a way that you would expect it to in a Western fantasy game. Alright, so I wanted to check back here with what we got so far. So I want one Earth Flux more. I think the Wicked Fluxes are okay. I don't really want to have too many Wicked Fluxes because these things are quite nasty if you chow down too many of them. Let's see. We're still in the clear with the Anguish Soul Gems, but if you want to feed your young cultivators the entire cocktail of goodness, highly enhanced, you really burn through a unholy amount of Anguish Soul Gems. That's why I came down to Hellgating, because I don't want to do this to myself. If I'd be only using ethically sourced attacker Anguish Soul Gems, I'd be getting nowhere here, sadly. Or, well, it would work. It would just take forever. That's all. Okay, so apart from that, let's check back with Mr. Guang. So I have decided that he's going to learn everything that yields mental state, max chi. We're not going to hold ourselves back from counteractive things this time. I did that experiment with Yujin, and it didn't pay off to hold her back from the counteractive skills, because at the end of the day, there was more than enough inspiration left to learn everything, and it paid off massively. Because in this phase of development, I I only have a very limited amount of skills that I can use to increase my maximum chi. That's why it was so interesting to grab all the laws in the first place, because this gives you the ability to just gain so much more maximum chi. Here we go. We have by now so many techniques on the standard list that he doesn't even you can't even learn them all in one go anymore. That's what I like to see. I hope the trader will come back soon. I think I can somehow summon the trader. I've forgotten how, though. I have a mod installed specifically for that, but now I have no clue how the hell to do that. So, sect domination. Huh. I figured I wanted to do a bit of a scouting adventure today. I want to go for the other sect's dojos, or not any, I have one specific in my mind, and I want to check out how much more powerful they are than me. And then we'll see about that. So there's one of these lying around which hasn't been transported yet. Okay. That makes things, of course, a lot more complicated if stuff doesn't get hauled. But officially we have people that are only busy with the carrying task. Just seems to be not possible. I don't know why they aren't carrying that stuff. There is a storage area reserved for that. Well, maybe I'm just impatient. I guess I'm just impatient. Alright, squeaky Anguish Soul Gem insertion is driving me nuts. I hate that noise. Anyways, that's what we got to get ourselves through. So here we go. Enhanced Flesh and Blessed Flesh both maxed out. This is a body part where we're basically only waiting for the addition of extra essences. Sorry for the pause here. I wanted to check out if that keep remolding thing is still in action that I had in the last episode plaguing me, where she started to do remolds that didn't make any sense. Alright, so Wicked Flux is also being stored in here. I see. Now that's making them... Soul Pearls are also medicine. Bloody. This is not good. Ah, well, whatever. I just have to keep in mind that there's two areas to look after. So, turns out, and that's what I assume what's happening, there's just more stuff to be done than the people can do right now. However that works, it must be the thing. So, stop cultivating, stop reading, start reading. Next influx of soul gems is coming on in. We need them. Alright, so time to do some big refinement. Currently, I'm not giving any inspiration to my primordial spirit cultivators because they are busy anyways, and I really feel as if I need to keep that inspiration available for all the new people that I want to break through recently. There's just so many right now. Alright. There we go. So that's where all my Wicked Flux went, I guess. Nice. So that's a really, really good way of gaining more of that filth essence. We have only 32 of these. The stuff is fairly rare. That's why I was quite happy to learn about this little trick. So I should really try to consume more of these rare resources and find out what kind of essences we can gain out of that. Okay. That's nothing where we want to get ourselves involved. There we go. Now he's studying. Oh yeah. So that's been the first part. Let's teach him the rest of them. We don't need the luck handbook. Although I really feel like this one could be massively worth it. You lose a small portion of your chi, yes, but you gain so much mental stability that you can just sit there forever and stay meditating. Tell you what, we're going to try that this time. It's gonna be the first one who's learning that one already. I can directly do the comparison here, how much of a dent that puts into his maximum chi pool there. And that's, to me, a very, very interesting question. And yeah, well, find that very interesting. Okay, so more followers for which place actually? Central Plain. That's good. By the way, I haven't looked back on Central Plain since a damn long time, but that's not true. Or do we just have such a low amount of followers there? Nah. Nah. I've pilfered the resources there only recently, that's what's happened. Alright, so... I'm down for all that wicked flux that I can get there, because we won't be regretting that. Whatever I don't need will be just gobbled up by my body cultivator. So this was a loss of 600 chi here on the whole. That's all. That's been a really low price, considering the fact that his mood will be now permanently pristine. And I think he'll be, with that technique, they'll be able to eat more than just one wicked flux. This actually pays off more than anything else, because you have to learn this too. I just realized with all that overcap mental state, she'll be easily capable of gobbling down more of that stuff ever than before. And that'll yield us more than we gave up. Alright, you learned that too. So let's see, let's just document it live. 15.4 before, and she lost here 700. That's a pretty low number, considering that we're gaining back 2 dosages of that stuff just by learning that skill. It's pretty massive. Wow. So, well, they'll be their mood is falling because they can store more than 100. I think only Shendao cultivators can do, but that's a different story. Okay. So, if everything goes well, we're soon, very soon, done with defensive body parts. So, fundamentally increases the secret body defense success. Is that worth it? Probably. We'll find it out, because wood essence, it's really the last problem of... there's timber everywhere. She just needs to gnaw on a few logs, basically. And that's all. Right on. Okay. It's spring, my friends. Spring is back. That was fast. But I gotta say, I'm a busy boy these days. I'm a busy boy. So we're going to go for more breathing action here. And I think I'm going to order Jinbo back home, because I want her services here. So, what I need from her are stat-increasing talismans. She ingested one lately. She can create more of these. These are brilliant for the Golden Core Breakthrough, because that's where the stats matter. So we're just going to craft ourselves a couple of these. There we go. Bam. There is it. We want to increase the whereas 5 attributes. Just like that. These are mostly important for the breakthrough, because later we will have other techniques to just increase all our stats differently. But for the current situation, they are awesome. They did land, though. They'll show up here eventually. So there's one already. Shouldn't this one be showing how much bonus it gives? Am I mistaken? Is this talisman somehow broken? It looks broken to me. Alright. No, they're always looking like that. Okay, so let's equip it and see if it is broken or not. Nah, not broken at all. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. This will help us tremendously on our breakthroughs, on our adventures, practically everything. You want to have your stats as high as possible, and that's how we do it. Alright. So, I'm actually curious. What's in a soul pearl for you? Oh, bandits! Thanks for the free soul gems. But that reminds me. We have to recruit fresh soul gems. Because that ain't enough. There we go. So, let's send the dog. And then we're going to follow Aloe Vera on her journey to the Soul Pearl. So I'm really curious to find out what that gives you. Yao Gai Essence and Pure Life Essence. The interesting essence here is the Yao Gai Essence. If I remember correctly, this allows you to develop Yao Gai skills, obviously. Oh my god. These poor guys. They really get beaten down fast by now. Hey, strange little Christmas elf. I do you no harm this year, again, lad. I've been plundering this guy in my previous runs always. So, I'm making amends here. Alright. Just fooling around. Come on. Oh, good. I was very concerned for a moment that we won't be making it to the 4th layer here. That would have been really tragic. So, come on, give me the steel bones, my friend. Harrowing bone. So, it reduces the endurance, therefore it's really bad for a defensive body. Sadly. Okay, but it seems as if we're finally done. Yep. That's that. So, is there a layer 5? No, there's not. So this is the skill maxed out. We are on 95% defense success. That's really neat. But as you see here, the defense endurance has a pretty big difference. Also the attack power. It's because the parts level and all, they matter. So what we are interested in later will be adding in other goodies into these body parts, but not for today. For today, I am interested in continuing my development of the other body parts of mine. So we have to get a lot of tempered flesh labels, so we're going to go for... Let's see. Here I want to go for a pure life essence breakthrough. Not the intrinsic life essence, because that would be a little bit overkill. But that's that. The other muscle is well developed, so he doesn't need that. Here we have on both muscles not too much of the tempered flesh yet, so we're going to do this like that. And for these, I'll be reforming without any essence because I don't need that for the bone parts. So here we have still quite some work left to do, but it's all just basics. We're still at the very, very basics. But the basics have to be done as well. They don't do themselves either. Good. So they're both sitting at really impressive chi amounts at this point. No, live day. This guy constantly gets himself into trouble. Girl? Guy. If I remember correctly, he's it's not the first tussle with some wild animal. One of his jobs seems to get him always into trouble. Maybe the hauling of some walnut cultivators does. Who knows? Also, I want to find out what's in it if I eat some pants. Bart Simpson already told us to eat his shorts. Now we do the test. So we're merely gaining some elemental essences out of that, which is not really impressive. The only impressed are the outer disciples, I guess. Imagine somebody comes on by and just eats that whole dresser full of clothing and just walks back after. And also that damn poop needs to be destroyed. Smelt the damn dung. Can't sell it, we can't process it. Well, you can make fertile soil out of it, but I'm too lazy this run to do that. It's a terribly lengthy process, and I'm just not down. Not this time. Okay, so we are able to do some more spectre refining. Let's see what's necessary. I got 5 dosages of red ginseng and 4 dosages of Ganoderma. We need 2 more Ganodermas and 1 more red ginseng. And that's just for the current suite of cultivators. It is a bloody nightmare. And it is also no longer... We also no longer have enough Angish soul gems for that procedure anymore. So, we do. There's still 6 left. So let's craft the remaining Ganoderma that we need. So that's finally sealed off of the list. We'll gain new, fresh soul gems here. This is kind of like the stuff of a horror story, you know. People come to the dojo of the Taiyi sect and they never come back. This is quite troublesome to me, but whatever. It's the only way I know of to get the stuff in these amounts. So... And meanwhile, the cultivators come on by to destroy the local feces invasion. This is kind of like ridiculous. They're like the cleaners of this place. Oh man, the longer you play this game, the more it gets inside your head. So, kids, don't do ACS, it's bad for your mind. Jokes aside, it's a really great game. I really find it one of the most cool games in that genre, because it is so deep and so quirky and so smart in many ways. The only thing that where it stands itself in its way is in its user interface, and a couple of things are just a little bit too esoteric, I think, for the person playing without guides or the almighty comment section. Because I recently thought about it again and discovered that without you guys I'd be nothing in this game. I would have no I wouldn't have done too much here, that's for sure. So, Orman Guang, let's see. There is one many-step technique here, and it yields cultivation speed bonus. This isn't too impressive, but it also yields base mood. So, he has a good mood, I guess, because he's a bad guy. As far as I know, the emotion severing law is one of those laws which is typical for the evil people. So, I forgot one thing. We're going to travel today to Mount Shu. Not adventuring, camping. Remember, I wanted to check on out how powerful they are. And that's the perfect thing to do for today's outro. Well, all the substances that I need have been repaired mostly. I just need to keep up the recruitment, that's very important. Otherwise, I fear that my flow of Angish soul gems isn't going to be high enough. But we're getting there. We're certainly getting there, so... I mean, you could, of course, feed them more than just 3 instances of a certain substance. This is hardly the limit of stuff. But why are these earth fluxes still stored in here? They shouldn't be allowed in here. Guys, they should be in there. Why aren't you storing them around? I don't get you. Sorry, I had to get that off my mind. I really don't know why the hell they're still in my warehouse, where they are already forbidden to be there because they have a too high tier. Sometimes that storage system is really eluding me. Alright, so our plan here is to check out how powerful are these guys. So, perfect. Here we have a Primordial Spirit Cultivator. His artifact battle power is ridiculously low. His cheap wool is measly. You, my friend, are a weakling. My cultivators are already way more powerful than you are. So here we have another one of you. So here it's the same. They have only a decent cheap wool, but that's that. Are we already that powerful? Let's head back to this room. This is typically where the most powerful of a sect are sitting at. So that's what I'm talking about. 6.2 million chi, 70k artifact battle power. Not bad. Here we have more of a tanky chunky boy. I mean, they don't have a real law that they are following. As you see, they don't have a own skill tree like my people have. And here we have 17 million chi person. Definitely the tank in the combo here. And this bloke, well, 14 million and 30 grand. So these are, I guess, the actual enemies when you're fighting this place. The rest of these people here will be more like the audience of the disaster that we're trying to bring upon them. Alright, so, well, I think Jinbo, you are ready to go back home. We're going to study our enemies now over the course of the next few episodes. There we go. So that's certainly quite some numbers. Oh, I forgot to check out their artifacts. I wanted to check out their gear. Well, we're going to do that next time when we're checking out the next sect there. I'm really sorry that I missed that opportunity. Yeah, well. So, my dear good friends, it is sadly time again to pass over for, or to pass out? No, that's also not the real wording. It's time to end today's episode. I hope you guys had a good time here. we're getting closer to the breakthrough. I think I am already pretty much at that point where I can now think about what kind of other resources could I grab somewhere else from? Stuff that I don't have right now, like these resin essence pills or what that is that the Golden Peak people produce. There is one pill that they can produce that has a max chi increase as well, but they don't sell it. I only had it a couple of times as loot with them. Anyways, more of that in the next episode. I'm looking forward to your comments. Feel free to leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I want to thank the supporters of the channel again. You guys are really, really helping me out a lot, and feel free to check out Patreon, PayPal, and buy me a coffee if you want to join on in. Not much more to say. I hope you have a great day. See you all next time. Bye bye.